Good morning, everyone. I'm Amanjeet, Director of Student Services at Krea, and on behalf of Krea University, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to Mrs. Sangeeta Jindal, Chairperson, JSW Foundation, Mr. Sajjan Jindal, Chairman and Managing Director, JSW Group, and Mr. Ashwin Bajaj, Group Head, Investor Relations and Academic Relations, JSW Group. I'd also like to extend a very warm welcome to Mr. and Mrs. Ravi Sanna Reddy, Managing Director, Sri City. A very warm welcome also to our Chancellor, Mr. N. Vagul, our Vice Chancellor, and our members of the Governing Council and Board of Management present here. A special welcome to Ms. Snehal Nagarsheth, Dean, School of Architecture, Anant National University, who has joined us from Ahmedabad today, and of course, our students, faculty, and staff members present here. Thank you so much for being with us on this momentous occasion of the inauguration of the JSW Academic Building at Krea University. I'd now like to invite our Chancellor, Shri N. Vagul, to kindly deliver the opening address and talk about Krea's vision and mission.
Good morning, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to Sir Sajjan Jindal and Sangeeta on behalf of the Krea University. It fills my heart with great pleasure that I would have the honor to do welcome both of them. Mind goes back more than 3 decades, which I knew Sajjan and of course also Sangeeta at that time. And at that time when I used to know him as a young man, he was taking his baby steps in the industry. Today he has become the leader of the industry. What a tremendous growth. Today he is the chief of the largest steel plant in the country. overtaking the big ones who been founded centuries ago. And century ago, he started it only 30 years ago. And what a tremendous stride he has made in the steel plant. And so we're very privileged to you, Sajjan. My mind also goes back to about years so when we had a meeting in Bombay. The architect of the meeting is here, Kapil Dev. Somehow or other, Kapil always in India brings in the surname Dev. I don't know why. And so Kapil was there and Seshai was there. And we three had a meeting with a group of industrialists. That was before the university started. The university was still a dream in us, and it was a vision. And we had some articulation of the vision, and the first articulation was made in the Bombay group of people. At the end of the meeting, these two walked to me, Sangeeta and Sandhar, and told me that we will support you. We will support you with a liberal grant for that. So I was telling Kapil and Seshai, it does not matter whether others support us or not. We had on our hands a plea for commitment of over 300 crores of rupees before we can give the kickstart to the university. We did not want to put the university in a blind alley, saying having started it, we are not able to take it off. So I told Kapil, I don't remember the conversation, with behind us, I think we should be able to go ahead and do that. It was a failure, and so far as we are concerned, it transformed what was a vision and a dream into reality. And then we came back. We did not get much of help from anybody else, but we had the moral support of Sajjan, we had the backing of Sajjan. With that we started, and you can see the result of the university before you. In a matter of time, we have grown from a very small body to today. There is a total population of about 1,100 students, 130 faculties, and 3 programs running. It's an undergraduate program in liberal arts. There is a graduate program in the School of Business, and then there is an undergraduate program in the business BBA. I think Nirmala is about to start the other one, the undergraduate program in the data science, which is launching next year. In 2 years' time, we expect to reach a student population of 1,800, and we have all the infrastructure ready for that. Don't ask me where it came from. And it came from very diverse sources. We had to liquidate some of the assets, our parental entity, for the purpose of building it, but we were determined to make it work. And that's the way in which we have spoken about it. And when I look at it, we are on the cusp of a second stage. The first stage consisting of these 3 programs, 1,800 students, 150 faculty, and 9 residential towers for the student population, and 2 academic blocks. One academic block which you kindly is named after your group, JSW Group, and the other one which is also coming up. I think the foundation for which has already been laid, and it should be up in a matter of 12 months. These constitute our part fulfillment of the dream. But is it a complete fulfillment of the dream? No. We are really looking at a different proposition. And Ravi Reddy, who sits here, and I am grateful to him, not only for what he has done here in this campus, but he and his organization, CCT, have come forward to give us another 80 acres, close to 80 acres, 56 acres just this campus, very adjacent to this campus where we can build the next campus, in another 20 and odd acres a little further away, and another 16 acres or so, which is close to the university. So you know about acres. This is a gift from Ravi Reddy and the CCT, and this is not something which I did. Not many people are capable of giving this gift and this 100 acres. And what I have to owe to him is that we deserve this gift that you have report on this. And we have some ambition of building the extension of this campus. And the extension of the campus will be taken in a new direction. A few years back, we had the privilege of hosting a friend from Delhi. His person is a dean of a school which bears your surname. It's O.P. Jindal University. And he was dean of institutional affairs. He came. And we asked him, I had never been to the O.P. Jindal University. I had never been aware of the size of that university. So we were asking him, what is it you are teaching and what is your university about? What he told me was just revealed an entirely different dimension where exactly we should go from where we are today. He was saying that the General University there boasts of a population of 9,000 students. And compared to that, our 1,800 population seems to me a very big size, and I'm not comfortable with that. And secondly, he says it boasts of a wide-ranging school, about several schools ranging. He comes from the Institute of International Affairs. There is a law school, there is a liberal arts school, there are science schools, and then you can't say the number of schools that are there spread over. What is that spread over? I asked him very interestingly, what's the total area of that? It's 100 acres. And we are going to be 100 acres now. But already the vision is shaping before my eyes. I'm saying that our next stage of expansion is to rival there is no competition there, but we will have to be there where they are. Why there is no competition? We very clearly see the next 2 decades belongs to India. I think everybody is talking about it, the growth story of India. This is where we are going. And we have already been talking about growth 7%, but this is going to be nothing. And we are really looking at 20 years today, where there will be a scientific and technological revolution in this country, which could be furthered by the students who are relative from this campus, but also from those who are coming inwards from the overseas. But this is what happened in China. This is likely to happen in India. We are going to make a different India. By 2047, we will be in a different position. So where are we going to be there at that particular point of time? That is the question we have to ask and we have to answer. We clearly foresee in the new development in the new age, the emphasis will be not so much on liberal arts, because liberal arts here, our mission in this liberal arts is very clear. We started it not for the purpose of giving a degree to a student so that he can pursue a particular career. We want to make a good citizen of the student. We want to create a student who will have analytical and critical thinking ability, which can ask questions and which will not only further his career, but he will to be a useful citizen for the social development of this country. This is the way in which that's the vision with which we started this. We believe we have partially, I don't know, in part or in substance, we have fulfilled our objectives. As I suppose Nirmala would show before you. I have not seen this video, but she would give this video of some students who graduated from here. What is their thing? But in the next stage of expansion, we believe that we have to go along the country's trajectory. The country, this new campus, hopefully, I think we have not still formed out something, but in my mind it is working. It can be a different one. We will talk in terms of physical sciences. We'll talk in terms of computer science. We'll talk in terms of artificial intelligence. We'll talk in terms of data science. We will closely watch where the country is heading. We'll follow the country where they are, so that in 2 decades' time, when the country 2047 becomes a developed status, we will have an university in this new campus which will be deserving of the developed world. In a sense, we'll have a population of about 10,000 students. Not only the population of the student that matters, the quality of education which will impart. So what is that we are heading? We clearly see that the country is achieving an economic growth, but at the same time, we are also aware of the fact that this is not filtering into the lowest state of the society. There is a tremendous inequality in the country, and apart from the inequality, we will see that millions of students are graduating in technical and scientific education And that at the expense of the public, because we are paying the money for this IITs and other things. It's not a free education, it is being out of tax money. But they are seeking out career elsewhere and they are taking to make a livelihood there. The same people, millions of children in this country are deprived even of basic education. They don't get an opportunity of basic education. Then many of us in the we have now become used to what you call modernizing ourselves into embracing the automobile infrastructure, while millions of our not having enough capabilities for farming. Millions of people are not in a position to even basic need for water is not getting discharged. So we see not only this, we see also the social instability in the country. 7 decades back, when we started, I was a young boy, I used to be fond of reading Toynbee. Toynbee was saying that in this subcontinent in partition, he correctly predicted that East Bengal will not be in a position to sustain itself. There will be a new country. And he also said about India, that came true, that saying that if India has to remain a single nation, if India doesn't balkanize itself, what it means is that economic strength will be the only way which it can be done. He said that beyond the India, that military strength alone will not be together. It is only the economic strength that is all to be together. That words rebound and right through my whole 40 years of leadership in the financial system, I always used to keep it, and I used to keep on hammering it in the corridors of Delhi, that what can hold us together is economic strength. It is happening in today's social instability. We see casteism and divisiveness in the religion and language. We are getting divided. And we are not still 75 years, we are still questioning, are we really united? And there are the sounds of separatism at the core of the Indian society, say in Naxalites in the central India, or separatism in the periphery of India. The periphery of India in the northeast or in the north, there is a periphery. All these problems have to be addressed. It has to be addressed not by one individual, as the group of people who can really go out, make a difference. When I see the students here, these are the generation which is going to make a difference in the country. These are the people who are going to make a new India. These are the people who are going to make us all proud. I will not be there when all these things happen. I don't know how long I will live. But every brick of the university which we will propose to create is something which will reverberate my dream and what our dream, rather, be a collective dream. I want you, Sajjan, to be along with us in this dream. I think that we value your contribution to this first stage. But the second stage is much more exciting. And this is something where we are going to do something not for us, but not for it's for public good, for the sake of the nation. If we have to hold our heads up, and if we have to talk in terms of India, whether Bharat or India, that I think people like you will have to extend the support. You can't withdraw from this stage. That I have done enough insofar as this university is concerned. Now that we have come up, I think we need your support. Not only your support, the support of persons like you. And you will have to spread the word for me. And ultimately what you see today in the university, you will have to be translated into that. I have high hopes that we will be able to achieve what we have dreamt. 7 years back, if you had asked me when Kapil came and tried to sell the dream to me, I was already 80 at that time. I was wondering what I'm going to do with this sort of a dream. And Kapil was saying, I said, okay, I'll back you, Kapil. We'll correctly do that. So we were able to achieve it. So today I'm laying out another dream that we will achieve that target of about 10,000 population, student population. I can see before my eyes a vibrating university. Ultimately, in 20 years' time, when India becomes a developed country, we will have universities which can parallel that of Nalanda and Taxila, which we are proud of. When you're talking in terms of Nalanda and Taxila, those were the universities which drew people from across the world, from China, from everybody, from the people came, because this is what the center of the learning at that time, that 3,000 years back. And I think we'll recreate that when we become 2047. We will not be one of the countries which can boast of in the GDP or anything like that, but in the quality of the people, in the moral compass of the students that are coming in. That's what we want to inculcate in the students. Not merely education, but values. The values which can really hold the society together, which can remove some of the social instability which we have. So my request to you is be with us in this. Give us a helping hand and we will move forward. Thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you so much, sir. We believe that the best ambassadors of an institution are its students, and we are very proud of our students. They come from all corners of India with the desire to learn and to evolve into thinkers, leaders, and better human beings. We thought this occasion was appropriate for a screening of a short 6-minute film that offers you a glimpse into the lives and experiences of our students, the sharp minds that enrich the Krea community. Hear their stories as they share how Krea has influenced their personal growth and journey.
So my journey at Krea thus far has been eventful, to say the least. I have learned so much, all the way from learning how to live away from home, to being exposed to new subjects, engaging with different disciplines, and seeing how different disciplines that are so vastly different intertwine together. I would recommend Krea because it offers a plethora of subjects that you can choose from, all the way from philosophy to global arts to the sciences like physics, chemistry, biology, psychology, and business studies. I mean, the list goes on and on.
For me, one of the most significant learning experiences at Krea would be how we always take into consideration the intersectionalities of caste, gender, communities, and religion in our discussions and debates. And be it computer science or social studies, you always find ways to find those common grounds where these completely different disciplines come and meet. Therefore, I'm particularly interested in the intersectionality of AI and social studies, that how controlling our world through algorithms. So that is something which I'm particularly interested in. And thanks to the interwoven education at Krea for that.
I have learned a lot about sports culture on campus, learning how different people are interested in different kind of sporting activities. And as a sports representative, I wish to enhance this sports culture on campus, promote a lot of exercises, lot of sporting activities like yoga workshops, making it more inclusive for people to participate in different kinds of indoor and outdoor sports, conducting a lot of in-house activities, and also sending out our university teams to different fests and competitions to represent Krea at various levels.
I come from a small town, Ranchi, Jharkhand, where I have completed my entire education till 12 in Hindi. In fact, I was a very timid girl till my 12th education. After that, when I have taken admission into that college, it has shaped my personality into a strong, confident girl where I am not afraid of public speaking, and it has also improved my communication skills. Krea has given me a platform to serve society by giving me a chance to be the part of its Samarthan Committee, the social service organization of this college. In fact, I am a student representative of this committee, and it has also provided me the platform to show my leadership skills, where I have conducted many events.
My most memorable moments would be the classical night, Milap, that happened in April. So I got to sing and play Carnatic music, which obviously made me the happiest, because I am the happiest when I engage in specifically classical music. So, being appreciated for that was definitely something I'll never forget.
One of the significant moments for me, because I have never been trained in any kind of music, was to work under Professor John for this band ensemble called the Racketeers, and essentially the theme was to come up with these songs in the 70s and 80s and revive their significance. And we performed this ensemble of like 10 songs, and it was an amazing experience for me because I got to work with so many great musicians.
So one of the most important learning experiences that I have had at Krea University is understanding the importance of commitment and understanding the importance of perseverance, along with a bit of confidence. So these two abilities and these two behaviors is something that has been really important in my journey so far at Krea.
I'm a music enthusiast. I started singing at the age of 15, and I started my journey as a music composer and a singer from 2020. I released my very first song Rahi in 2023. Being the representative of the music club of IFMR, that is Raga, I performed along with my team in 10 plus events in a span of 9 months. I tried to promote the culture of jamming here and also try to encourage my batchmates to pursue music and learn several different instruments and try something new.
एट दी एंड मैं इस यूनिवर्सिटी का धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगी कि इसने मुझे ऐसी संस्कृति और पर्यावरण प्रदान की है कि आगे ये मेरी पर्सनालिटी के ग्रोथ के लिए साथ देगी, और मुझे यकीन है कि मैं आगे भी ऐसे ही ग्रो करती रहूँगी. थैंक यू.
May I now request Mr. Sajjan Jindal to address the gathering and say a few words.
Respected Chancellor Narayan Vagul, Vice Chancellor Nirmala Rao, members of the Governing Council and Board of Management, members of the faculty, dear students and friends. Good morning to all of you, and thank you for joining us all here on this occasion. Today we gather here at Krea to celebrate not just the inauguration of the JSW academic building, but a pledge to shaping the future of education. At the JSW Group, our commitment to education is spanning every level from primary to secondary and higher education. While we recognize the importance of a strong foundation, we understand that quality higher education is the bedrock upon which great nations are built. India's education landscape demands a quantum leap for the global quality education to ensure a thriving and inclusive future. When Agul Saab met me 7 years ago, as he mentioned just now, and there was this discussion where a few industrialists were called by him whom he knew during his days, and I was also there, Sangeeta was also there, and Kapil was there, and this discussion was happening, and I did not even take a minute to say that, of course, I will support, because Vagul Saab is leading this journey, leading this whole initiative. So I had no hesitation, and I immediately said that whatever you require, I will be one of the founders, supporters for this initiative of Krea. I said that because of Mr. Vagul, because my association, as he just now mentioned, dates back to 3 decades ago. When as a young boy, I approached him because at that time he was the chairman of ICICI, and I approached him with a very large dream as Mr. Vasu mentioned about so many dreams about Krea and growing it further and further. So all of us, especially when we are much younger, at that time we have many more dreams. But actually when you get older, as I'm getting older, the dreams go on increasing. So when at that time I had this one big dream of building a steel plant, because I grew up looking at my dad setting up a small steel plant and building it. So this was in 92, 91, 92 when Narasimha Rao's government had come in and India was forced to liberalize its licensing policies. And at that time I thought I had that real spark in my head that, wow, this is the eureka moment for me, and maybe I can build a steel plant. And this was a big investment. My whole business size was about 500 crore at that time. And I wanted to build a steel plant which was 4,000 crore rupees. And probably my profits were not even 50 crore rupees, and wanting to build a 4,000 crore. So that was a dream I had. So I approached Mr. Vagul, and he always encouraged the young people. Even today, I know that he encourages, and I tell my son that youth is a great advantage. Young age, don't hesitate in going up to senior people, because every senior person, every person who is in a situation of power likes to meet young people, because that gives them the youth, and also they want to support the youth for the sake of the nation. So I approached him very hesitatingly, and because I had a relationship with ICICI, so I approached him and I said, sir, I want to build a steel plant. So Mr. Vagul looked at me from top to bottom to top and said that, what steel plant? So I said, sir, I want to build this steel plant, which is an integrated steel plant, just like Jamshedpur of Tata Steel. So he said, Jamshedpur Tata Steel was built by Jamshedji Tata. Do you know Tata, and where are you? So I said, sir, but I want to really do it. I need your blessing. So he said, but do you know what you want to do? I said, yes, sir, I know. I have full project report. I know the technology. I'm an engineer. I will work, to make it successful. So then I don't know what happened, and he really liked the idea, and he called Mr. Bhargav, who was the managing director at that time, and he said that because that's what Mr. Bhargav told me later on when I was not there. He said, I see spark in this young fellow, and I think we must support him. So that's how this whole journey of this project happened, and so there are very few people in this country who are the nation builders, and I would rank Mr. Narayan Vagul as one of the nation builders. Because building a steel plant at that time, to take the risk on me was huge, and ICICI did suffer because we went through a difficult period in the initial years. But then he always backed me, and then Mr. Kamath, who succeeded him, supported me, because they realized that whatever I was doing was genuine and was a very high technology, and it would really work very well. So, and finally today that plant is India's largest steel plant, which I started then, and in next 3 years will be the largest in the world. So that is all because of a banker like Mr. Narayan Vagul, who really supported. And my dream is to be the largest steel maker in the world from India. So that is the idea that started then, will culminate in that. In fact, Prime Minister Modi the other day, when they were moving the parliament from the old parliament to the new parliament, said that we are in the midst of this Amrit Kal, when which Mr. Vagul also mentioned, by 2047 we will complete 100 years of our independence of our nation, let's say, and so this when India will become a part of the developed world. So it's a very ambitious, very audacious goal that Mr. Modi has put in front of us, and it is each one of us our responsibility to really see that India gets into this very elite developed world kind of situation. So and JSW believes that we must create and sustain quality education institutions if we want to achieve that Amrit Kal and that developed status which Mr. Vagul also mentioned. Uh, and, um, and ensuring that Indian talent can flourish right here on the home soil and get an education that is world class, globally relevant, and at the same time grounded in India's developmental needs. This will enable India's youth to contribute to the nation's development from early stages of their careers. Our partnership with Krea University exemplifies this dedication. JSW has been supporting Krea since the last 5 years and has been nurturing a transformative approach to education. Today, the ability to adapt and thrive amidst uncertainty requires more than just technical proficiency. It requires the capacity to think critically, identify the most relevant problems, solve these problems creatively through effective collaboration with a variety of stakeholders and in a cost-effective manner. These qualities are essential for addressing the complex challenges that the world faces today, whether it is the climate change or the economic disparity, the global diplomacy, or the national and local consensus building. So this is where the essence of liberal arts comes into play. And I was so impressed by the video and the students, that the way they have been talking. I feel like that, you know, I am maybe 40 years too old. Otherwise, I would have loved to be at Krea, enjoying the music, the playing the guitar, which I do, and I sing. So I would have loved to, you know, enjoy with all the youths here. Krea's mission aligns closely with the impending Industrial Revolution 5.0 as well, by nurturing students into versatile, inventive, and socially aware individuals. It gives me immense pleasure to say that JSW's academic building stands as a solid symbol of our dedication to quality higher education, representing the synergy between Krea and the JSW in the pursuit of knowledge and progress. The Krea campus is situated in the heart of South India, in close proximity to Chennai. The other high-tech cities of India, that is Bangalore, Vizag, Hyderabad, are not too far from here. Since the last several decades, southern India is leading India's economic development. The 5 southern states have an average per capita GDP that is 22% higher than the national average. Currently, South India contributes 31% towards India's GDP. It is expected that this share will grow to 35% of India's GDP of 7 to 10 trillion, which the country is expected to reach by 2030. And my connection, friends, with South India has been since my childhood, because I did my engineering from Bangalore. My largest steel plant I built in Karnataka. My other facilities, other plants are in Tamil Nadu, in Andhra Pradesh. So I have a big connect with South India. Sometimes my mother tells me that maybe you were a South Indian and we adopted you. So it is something like that. And also our future car project that I'm very passionate about, building an electric car project, is coming up in Chennai. So that is again coming back. So though I live in, I am a North Indian living in Mumbai, but most of my business and my connect is with the South. So in less than a decade, I think South India could reach the status of a higher middle income country. Krea will certainly be able to leverage this strategic geographical advantage and also contribute to the region's economic development. I feel students at Krea are indeed fortunate to have access to such a remarkable environment for their education and development. I have been told that from the terrace one can even see the Sri Harikota, which we were discussing before coming here, the ISRO's launch pad, and you can see the rockets when they are launched from here in a clear night. Having said that, building an institution of this caliber is a formidable task, and I commend the dedication and hard work that has gone into its creation. Krea's journey may be young, but it is filled with promise, I want to appreciate the esteemed Governing Council and the board members who have invested their precious time in guiding this institution. I extend my congratulations to Shri Narayan Vagul, Professor Nirmala Rao, respected faculty members, and all the students at Krea for their contribution to this institution. I am proud of this association and am excited for what the JSW association with Krea has in store for the new India. And as Mr. Vagul was saying, it would be our honor and pleasure to support Krea's future growth plans, and I will be always there for Krea. And Sangeeta is, of course, she is very passionate about education, and she would more than support this initiative of Krea to go to this 100-acre and 10,000 students, the dream that Mr. Vagul has said. So now it is my dream and Kapil's dream and Madam Rao's dream that we have to take this institution to a strong 10,000 student institution and make it one of the India's elite educational institutions. So Mr. Vagul, I want to say this, that we will make your dream, fulfill your dream for sure. So I wish you all the best in your journey and look forward to hearing about your accomplishments, the students' accomplishments, and Krea's accomplishments in the years to come. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Jindal. Our partnership with the JSW Group has been vital in shaping Krea's journey so far. I now like to invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Nirmala Rao, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Jindal, for your Thank you, Mr. Jindal, for your most inspirational speech, filled with hope and optimism. And I hope our young students here share your aspirations and your dreams and go from strength to strength. It's my absolute pleasure to see you all at this gathering and an opportunity to thank our most generous donors, Mrs. Sangeeta Jindal and Mr. Sajun Jindal. My heartfelt thanks to you for your most generous contribution. It has enabled us to fulfill our mission. This academic building, which is home to around 1,000 students, offers state-of-the-art teaching, research, and laboratory facilities. Your gift is of both immediate and lasting importance. So thank you very much. I myself am very relatively new to Krea, but I've witnessed the magic of this place. And it's extremely gratifying to be in a place of such excellence. And you as our donors join our community of scholars, of staff, and students to be part of that excellence, in pursuit of that excellence. So thank you so much for your very valuable donation to us. Going forward, we have much to celebrate. You've seen the student success stories, their aspirations, their experiences. We have also to celebrate our ambitious growth plans, both in terms of student numbers, in terms of programs, in terms of developing our infrastructure, and we hope to share with you our experiences of the impact your donation has made in years to come. Thank you so much for your continuing support, and in particular for taking the time to come to Sri City to be with us here today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for being with us today. This is indeed a special moment for us, and we are grateful to Mrs. and Mr. Jindal for their presence and participation. Thank you. Thank you everyone.